What's up, y'all? We are back with another video, and today I want to go over my trading week and let you guys know the big lesson of the week. So stay tuned for the biggest lesson, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly why I had to take that lesson and what we're gonna do moving forward with our trading career. Okay, so to begin the week, let me go full screen. To begin the week, I literally had this goal set up, which was solid, very high, but solid. You can tell zoom out is clearly going up. You know, I have my trading plan open. I'm gonna just show y'all my routine just for the sake of this video. So it's to have my trading plan open, have the news open, and I have my trading journal, which is over here. And I do a chart forecast. I look at all of my pairs and I see what's going on. And from there, I get to decide like what I'm gonna do. And that's like, okay, I'm gonna wait, for a break of structure during the session, or I'm gonna just wait for this, wait for that, or this looks good. If something comes back, I'm gonna take it. So that's exactly what I do. And that's what I did this Monday. We had this gold trade. There's no confluence, so we couldn't take it yet. But as soon as it created this little zone, I got it on this break of candle, and I went for the 1-to-1. Very close to winning, but it lost. Unfortunate, but the zone's still valid. And in my trading plan, I always have be willing to re-enter on setups, just take the 1-to-1. So that's what we did. As y'all can see, it just went back up. We got our re-entry like right down here. I don't have to adjust it. Y'all know, 1-to-1. We got it. It went even higher. Honestly, I'm thinking of maybe going for a little more, make the money back. But for now, this is what we're doing. But that was our first trade, okay? That was our first trade. And then here is US 30 on Wednesday. Now this setup, if we zoom out, the trend isn't completely clear. As you can see, we're going down for a bit. So these are one of those setups where I would wait for a break of structure during the session. And that's what I decided to do during my whole routine in the morning, where I just decide on like, oh, is this a good setup or not? Or what should I do? What should I wait? What should I wait on? So that's exactly what I did. We got that break of structure during the session, a little 5-minute setup, big old stop loss. And this, I just decided to do a 1-to-1 only because it's such a big stop loss. Lost. But as y'all can see, this was a re-entry week, man. I was able to re-enter it. And right here, we got the re-entry dub. Boom. Break-even day. All right. So we have 2 break-even days so far this week. It is what it is, right? We got 2 break-even days. I'm cool with that. But Thursday is where it all went wrong, bro. Thursday is where it all went wrong, y'all. Very crazy how all this happened. I'm glad it did. But I took this setup right here on NAS. We had the 5-minute confluence, so we went for the 1-to-1.5 here. Because as y'all can see, we're not, like, we got so much room to go up. And let's see, man. Let's see what it do. Lost. That's tough, dude. That's tough. It lost, man. Now, I'm willing to re-enter. This is still valid. We lost. Now it's 9:30. Let's see what happens. We get a good entry right here. We have another zone too, so I'm just like, all right, forget it. Now we have the break of structure during, the session too. And this doesn't even go for a 1-to-1. We just got a re-entry L. I'm going to spoil it for y'all. Boom, it lost in 5 minutes. That was unfortunate. I really should have waited. And I literally had to take a drug test in the morning for my job. And I ended up deciding that I wasn't going to trade this day, but I ended up coming back early. So I didn't do no analysis or anything like that. Keep in mind, in the beginning, I told you guys, I do analysis before I trade in my trading journal. And I did no analysis. I just saw that this setup was like going up. And I was literally like driving and I pulled over to the side of the road to like enter this setup. So I entered like a bit late, like up here, and it was so close to at least hitting 1-to-1, and I was just like, dang, like what am I doing after the L? But then I doubled back and re-entered, and then it lost again. And if I was to really do my analysis, I would definitely want to break a structure during the session for something like this. This looks kind of similar to that US 30 setup that I took on Wednesday, zooming out, right? Let's zoom out on this one too. Because y'all know what happened last Friday, like Trump had spoke and then, the markets got messed up. So it was going down, but overall it's still like going up. But this isn't what I like to see. This isn't what I like to see. Let me show y'all the difference, okay? So this is a gold setup that I would have taken that Friday if I did my analysis. 1,000% I would have took it. I mean Thursday. But let's zoom out on this. This is clearly going up. This doesn't look as good as gold. If I want to take something that has break a structure before the session, it has to be so solid and clear. And on this NAS setup, I should have waited for the break of structure during session. And if I do that, this setup is valid right here, that loss at 940. But if we look at gold, we already would have taken this setup. Bro. Look at it. This one's at 910, and then it goes up. It definitely got the 1-to-1 or 1-to-1.5, and it would have been a dub. And I would have been done for the week. We would have gotten a dub. We would have been profitable for the week. But instead, we had back-to-back L's. And that just goes to show how fundamental it is to just follow your routine. That's the main thing I learned this week. Follow your routine. If you haven't followed your routine before you trade or after you trade, don't trade. Because at the end of the day, you're going to feel that loss. You're going to feel you not following it. And in this case, I definitely should have just waited until I got home to trade and done my analysis. If I did that, and took my time, I would have been good. Even while I was in this NAS trade, I was low-key telling myself like, oh, it's good, like this trade is fine. But in reality, bro, if I had done my research in the beginning, my analysis, I would have told myself this is a break of structure. We got to get a break of structure during the session for this to be valid, honestly, because zooming out, it's not as clean as the ones I usually take that have a break of structure before session, and they usually all look like this or something like very clean like that. And yeah, that's where I messed up this week, y'all. So make sure that you always follow your routine. If you don't have a routine, get a routine, y'all. It's very important. It just keeps you grounded. It protects you from big losses. It protects you from a whole bunch of silly mistakes. And the results will speak for themselves. Like I would have had a profitable week if I did that. But instead, here I am, sharing a whole nother lesson with you guys. And I'm cool with that. We just keep on learning and we keep on going. So I appreciate y'all listening to this. Let me know what y'all routine is in the comments, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.